All right, good, thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Pamela Manners, Chair of the Commission on School Accreditation. This special called meeting of the Commission on School Accreditation is being held today, Tuesday, September 12th, 2023 at 3 o'clock p.m. via teleconference. The public is available to attend from the Senator Gray Ferris boardroom at 359 Northwest Street in Jackson, Mississippi, or via the MDE YouTube channel. All right, thank you. Anthony Bryant.
Present. I'm in Lee County, Mississippi.
Lori Brexel.
Present. I'm currently in Jackson, Mississippi.
Thank you. Dr. Carla Evers.
Present. I'm in Pastor Mississippi.
And Reginald Goins said he may not be here, but Reginald, are you here? All right. Dr. Tyler Hansford.
Present, Decatur, Mississippi.
All right, thank you. Jefferson Hughes. Okay. And I'm Pamela Manners, and I'm in Biloxi. Dr. Valencia Martin. Aisha Maxwell.
Present. Hernandez, Mississippi.
Thank you. Brad Stevens. Jan Vaughn. Sarah Wilbur.
Present. Ellisville, Mississippi.
Thank you. Ingrid Williams.
Present. Clinton, Mississippi.
All right, thank you very much. And a quorum of the commission is present for the purpose of conducting this.
Is on our meeting this morning, so I just wanted to briefly before we get started, welcome Dr. Lauren Bailey and Dr. Tyler Hansford, and I have asked them if they would to just basically say hello and let you know what role they play. They have both been recently appointed by our state board to fill unfilled terms. So one of them, I believe, is serving just 1 year to finish out an unexpired term, and the other one 2 years. So I'll just turn it over to whichever one of them wants to go first real quickly.
I'll go. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tyler Hansford. I'm first-year superintendent here in the Newton County School District, and before that, I served 5 years as superintendent in the Union Public School District. Just looking forward to working with everybody.
For approval of the agenda. Please identify yourself for the record.
Carla Evers. I move approval of the agenda.
All right, thank you. May I have a second, please?
Anthony Bryant, second.
I got Anthony Bryan on that. Is that okay?
Yes, that's what I got.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any discussion at this time? All right, if not, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. you. The motion carries. We're on to item 3, and that is an action item, the election of the 2023-24 Chair of the Commission on School Accreditation. Per policy, the Commission is required to annually elect the Chair and Vice Chair. At this time, I'll open the floor for nominations for the position of Chair of the Commission on School Accreditation. Please identify yourself if you have a nomination.
My name is Lori Brechtel, and I would like to nominate Pamela Manners, if she is so inclined.
Thank you. And are there any other? Oh, thank you. Are there any other nominations? All right. Then at this time, I have been nominated to serve for the position of chair. If there are no further nominations, the nominations are closed. All those in favor of Pamela Manners serving in the position of chair of the Commission on School Accreditation, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you. And motion carries. Now we're on to item 4, that's the election of the 2023-24 Vice Chair of the Commission on School Accreditation. So at this time, I'll open the floor for nominations for the position of Vice Chair of the Commission on School Accreditation. Please identify yourself for the record. I'll nominate Dr. Evers, if you're so inclined, to serve as the Vice Chair for the 2023-24 Commission on School Accreditation. If that's all right with you, Dr. Evers?
Second, Tyler Hansford.
All right, thank you. Are there any other nominations? All right, then at this time, Dr. Carla Evers has been nominated for the position of Vice Chair. If there are no further nominations, the nominations are closed. All those in favor of Dr. Evers serving in the position of Vice Chair of the Commission on School Accreditation, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, thank you. The motion carries. We're on to
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All right, the motion carries. Item 6 is information, and it's the 2022-23 assessment results. And Dr. Jackie Sampsell and Mr. Alan Burrow will present the information to the commission. And good afternoon, Dr. Sampsell and Mr. Burrow.
So
I've got it on this computer. I don't know if it's on that computer too, so y'all can tell me if you want me to advance the slides, or if one of y'all wants to come sit over here, whatever you want to do. You can, however you want to do it. Alright.
Can everyone
that's on the phone see the PowerPoint?
Y'all are not
Y'all are not seeing the PowerPoint. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Teams decided to
Yeah. All right, let's. Are y'all seeing it now?
Yes. Coming through now.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to briefly go through the PowerPoint for the assessment results for spring of 2022 in fall and 2023. And so we always start our presentations with a vision and a mission. And the vision is for our educational system to provide an excellent world-class workforce and college career for our children, our students, and we do that by providing the leadership through the development of policy and accountability systems so all students are prepared. And the strategic goals, I believe this assessment report probably covers all 6 goals for our strategic planning goals. Okay, and so we're just going to go into the results and go. I believe this was in your background material, and so I know that you probably already have looked at these slides, so we're not going to bore you and go through and read every single one of them, but if you have any questions, just please let us know.
So they were not given the slides, but they were given all of the data.
Right, all the data. That we're just going to hit the high points of the data is what I meant to say. Okay, the first slide just really talks about what MAP is, and I know most of you are very, very familiar that we test in grades 3 through 8, English Language Arts and Mathematics, and in grades 5 and 8, Science, and then our high school end of course is Algebra 1, English 2, Biology, and U.S. History. And the assessments are really designed to inform the parents and provide teachers with information about their students' and children's instruction. This again, I mentioned that this was our end of course assessments for last fall in 2022, and the results are also our spring 2023 assessments. And I just want to mention that retesters are not included in this report. The students that require accommodations, afforded accommodations with the students with disabilities are always provided that. And we also administer everything online for our students, except for our MAP-A, and their results are not in this report. It's just MAP. And we do have these in performance levels. So as we go through these slides, you will also see that we have performance levels between 1 and 5. 1 is minimal, 2 is basic, 3 is passing, 4 is proficient, and 5 is advanced. And first of all, our Mississippi students continued their progress from 2022 to show successful rebounds for our proficiency rates. And I just want to say that we did reach an all-time high of 52.6% in our overall math, 46.7% in our ELA, 59.4% in science, and 71.4% in U.S. history. So I wanted to just congratulate everyone that's been involved in our training of our teachers and working with our students to achieve these high level of results. Okay? We are also going to compare on these results. We're going to show you some graphics, and we're going to show you what we did in 18-19, which was pre-pandemic, and then we're going to go through to all the way through the 22-23 to show you the rebound in rates. All right, the first slide shows overall math, 3 through 8, and Algebra 1. And you can see that all of these charts are going to be set up the same way. We have a 47.4% in proficiency in level 4 or higher in 18-19. The 19-20 is always going to have the COVID-19 bar all the way through it because we did not provide assessments that year at all due to the COVID shutdown of our schools. In 2021, we had a 35.1%, which that's our drop that we had in proficiency. In 21-22, we bounced back a little bit to 47.3, but this year we succeeded our results in 2022, and our proficiency rate is now 52.6%. So this is what our goal is for all students to be proficient, so we did focus on our level 4 or higher, but we do have our passing rate, which is level 3, and you can see the results there on each of these reports. And the percentage of students scoring level 2 and below, we always want that to decline. And you can see that in 2018 to 2019, it was 21.7%, and it has declined to 19.6%. And the last row shows the numbers of students that have tested in each year, and this was overall through math. The next slide just shows a graphic of our proficiency results. Okay, then we go on to English Language Arts, and we have the same thing. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that, but you can see that pre-pandemic results was 41.6%, and we are now at 46.7% in 22-23. And you can see our road through COVID and the comeback from COVID. And then again, here's our graphics. You can see our graphics, and we do have that COVID-19 line. I hope that's showing up on your screens. It's kind of small, but you can see the line, the bar that we did not test that year. The next results is our overall science, and this includes grades 5 and grade 8 and biology. And you can see there that we start off with 55.3, and we trended all the way through to 59.4. So our trend, we finally have upticked a little bit in our science results, which is very, very good. Then we have the graphic. Now, U.S. history, I'll just have to say, we're ready to field test our new standards in 2019 and 20, but that's why it starts with COVID and you don't have the pre-pandemic results there. But we do have, we do start with 21-22, and we move forward there. We did standard setting for 2 years in U.S. history in both 2020 and 21 and after the 21-22 year because of the pandemic. We wanted to make sure our results were on target for our cut scores for U.S. history. So you can see that we have done really well in our proficiency rates with our new standards. And then you can see the graphic. And then we did a little bit more detail on our, as you can probably see in your report material, we did have key findings. I'll just mention again that grade 4 did have the highest increase in proficiency of all the grade levels, and that mathematics has overall surpassed our pre-pandemic rates for all grades, including Algebra 1. And grade 6 showed a slight increase from 22 to 23 when compared with 2019. We still haven't quite reached our 2019 overall score for grade 6, so that'll be a goal for next year. And the next couple of pages is showing grades. First of all, we're showing grades 3, 4, and 5. We're just about using all of our space now. From 2016, when these results started, this was our standard setting year for these MAP, ELA, and math assessments, and then we go all the way through 2023. And the pink bar, of course, is the after COVID year. And the next slide goes on to the grade 6 through Algebra 1. Okay, for ELA, we have the same thing. Again, grade 4 had the highest increase in proficiency from 43.8% in 2022 to 53.4% in 2023. And when compared to 2019, ELA has increases in proficiency rates for grades 3 through 8. And these bar graphs show that from grades 3 to 5. You can see each grade level. And then in 6 through English 2. 6 through 8 English 2. Okay, for our science. So science showed increases in proficiency at all grade levels as compared to 2022. And when compared to 2019, science did have increases in proficiency rates in grade 5 and biology. We didn't quite reach the goal in grade 8. And again, science was not 2018. We did change our standards there in 2019. That was the first year for the new college and career readiness standards in science. So that's why you don't have a lot of different bars like you do in ELA and math. And you can now see all of them on one slide there, so that was good. And then in U.S. history, we've already mentioned that we did conduct the standard setting in both in June 2021 and validated in 2022, and that we are definitely showing increases in proficiency, as the next slide will show with the bar graphs. From the post-COVID year all the way up to to this year. The last few slides, we did recognize our districts this year that did we have any questions on anything up to this point?
And just so you know, we can't see you, so if anybody has a question, just go ahead and jump in and ask your questions.
Okay. Instead of doing our top 10 districts and listing them all out for everything, what we did is we just did our top 4 districts for the overall top 10 that had a overall in one or more subject areas. I'm sorry, in more than one subject area. This one was for 2 subject areas, and you can see that we had Bay St. Louis, Waveland, Biloxi, Madison, and Poplarville. And you can see the check marks represent the ones that they were in the top. The following 3 districts were in the overall top 10 for 3 subject areas, which was our Clinton, Enterprise, and Petal. And we had 3 districts were overall for all 4 subject areas, and you can see that those districts were Long Beach, Ocean Springs, and Union County School District.
Any questions from commission members?
And again, I just want to end it and say that we're extremely proud of our students across Mississippi for these test results. And I know many of you that I'm staring at on the screen had a lot to do with that. So thank you very much for all the time and efforts that you put in for, to show this good work.
Okay, thank you very much. Commission members, one last time, anyone have any comments or questions about the assessment results? No? All right, then. At this time, then, I will entertain a motion to adjourn, and please identify yourself for the record.
Surely y'all want to adjourn.
I was gonna say, I was Tyler Hansford.
Okay.
All right, thank you. May I have who was it that seconded?
Second, Anthony Bryant.
All right, thank you. All right, all those in favor of adjourning, please say aye. Aye. All right, none opposed? Then we stand adjourned at 3:25. And don't forget, our next meeting is going to be the 28th at 8:30 in the morning. If you can, they are asking that we try to get to Jackson.